Hello everyone, Mark Tres here. Welcome to the channel. And today I have now my Zion just arrived. So this is the Zion one. So I will be giving you first my initial thoughts on the sneaker before I play with them. So let's touch on first with the upper of the Zion. Initial impression of the upper is it's really made out of not that premium material, but I guess it will get the job done. It has this green mesh on the lateral part that is kind of similar to the ones on the Jordan 34, which is very well ventilated, very thin, and I think it will be very supportive and very durable. And on the other side is also the other material found on other Jordan 34s, which is a ripstop transparent material, and it's relatively thin too. And I guess it will be also be very durable and supportive. Another thing that I noticed, of course, is this hidden wings on the forefoot part of the Zion. There's two strings that goes down, or it's actually not a string, it's a strap that will give you the support laterally and immediately. Since we know Zion broke the PG2 before, so they really reinforced this and it's stitched onto the bottom of the sneaker, and I guess that adds support and durability to the sneaker. For the lacing on top, these lace loops are really fused, so it's very durable too. Although there's no fly wire going down or any flight wire going down, but still it is stitched on the ripstop material, so I guess it will be very durable. Another highlight of the Zions is this long tongue, very similar to the Jordan 35. It's very long, it's fused too, it's thin, and very well padded. And I was actually walking around it before and felt very comfortable around the tongue part. So I guess there won't be any problem, but I'll play with them. We'll see how it feels when I'm running up and down the floor. And moving on to the heel part of the Zions. Of course, this collar very well padded, so it cups your ankle and heel very nicely. I like the feeling when I was just walking around with it. And as for the heel containment, so far so good. But we'll know that when I play with them. There's an internal heel TPU plate for heel containment and ankle protection. And of course, the cushion also goes up and cups your heel for added support around the heel part. So this sneaker really has a lot of support from the forefoot to the heel. Even though the materials are not that premium, but still, I guess it will get the job done. Hopefully, I'm correct. I'm excited to play with them. And on tip of the toe, there's another fusing here for extra durability. Now let's move on to the cushion part of the sneaker. This cushion of the Zion is a full-length air strobel, very similar to the PG45. Plus there's a forefoot zoom at the bottom. It's just a rectangular zoom. When I was just walking around it, feel the comfort of the air strobel, it felt good. But currently, I can't feel the zoom unit yet, so we'll wait and see maybe after breaking in the Phylon material of the Zion. Eventually, hopefully, I will be able to feel the zoom and when I'm really jumping. And as for the Phylon, the thickness of the Phylon, it's not as thin as the ones on the PG. I would say the cushion setup of the Zion is like the PG5 married to the KD13, so it has a thicker Phylon, but you will feel the impact protection from the forefoot to the heel. Hopefully it breaks in nicely and I play with them. And of course, lastly, the outsole of the Zion. When I was walking around it in my floor, the grip looks really nice, so pretty excited to it. And the rubber compound, although it's not XDR, but still, it's very thick. I think it will last for outdoor use. I have the translucent outsole, so let's wait and see for that after I play with them. Let's see if there will be burns on the traction. We'll know about that later. And of course, this lateral outrigger, this cushion that goes up, really is wide on the forefoot. Very similar to the Freak 2s. And it's not just the plastic, but the whole Phylon really goes out. Forefoot stability will be very good. I was trying to tip my forefoot when I was at home and it won't tip at all, so really excited with stability. And I guess the stability would be good on design ones. As for the weight, It is a very light sneaker on hand because of the materials and the pylon and the tech that you'll be getting. It's a very light sneaker, and for a very supportive sneaker, you'll be surprised how light it is. So I'll be using my Zion one. I'll let you know after how it performs. Shout out. Oh naman! Oh, here's my friend Pat. Oh, shout out Pat.
Hi guys, the best in the business. Luka Doncic.
So guys, I'll dress up na. I'll give you an update later. Peace. Hey everyone, just finished playing with the Zion ones, and here are my initial impression on the Zion ones. Let's start off with the upper of the Zion ones. The screen mesh and the ripstop material, like I said, are very durable, and the straps that goes along here in the forefoot, I can feel the support there. So when I was doing lateral cuts and side steps, it was really holding my foot down to the footbed. But the first thing that you have to do is really tighten it up, because it won't do its function if you didn't tighten it up. And if the straps are loosened, it won't feel as supportive. So the first time that I was playing, the first game, I didn't pull it too much, pull it too tight. So I have to relace it and really tighten my laces. So after that, that's when I felt the support on the forefoot straps of the Zion ones. And as for the toe area, since pretty durable, I was stepped here in the forefoot part where the fused material is, and you can also see on the lateral part of the sneaker, there's also a dust or a footstep there. So it's pretty durable. It made the forefoot part really durable and protects the sneaker from sudden ripping or whatever that comes in your way on the forefoot part of the sneaker. So the lateral parts are really fused up, and the materials are really thin. So support wise, it's there. As for comfort, it's comfortable enough, but not as comfy if you're wearing something like a foam back mesh. But it does its job well. It's very well ventilated. And as for the tongue part, it is very well padded, so there's no discomfort there whatsoever. As for the heel cup or heel protection, ankle protection of the sneaker, it's good and it's very comfortable around the ankle and heel. There's no heel slippage, heel containment is really good. And as for ankle support, there's enough ankle support. I actually stepped on an opponent earlier and I twist my ankle on my left foot. It hurts right now, but I think the sneaker caught my foot very well and prevent my foot from further rolling it or severely sprain my ankle. So I think this wide forefoot base really caught my foot. Thankfully, I was still able to play after I rolled my ankle, but it kind of hurts. I need to ice it later. It sucks, so that shit happens when you're playing. You can step on an opponent's foot. When you step on someone, even if it's a high cut sneaker or you're wearing an ankle protection or ankle strap, you will still twist your ankle, or your tape, you will still twist your ankle. But a sneaker that has good ankle protection, and for an ankle strap or ankle brace, it can help you minimize the sprain of your foot. Now let's move on to the cushion part of the sneaker, which is the full length air strobel. The full length air strobel, I can really feel it. It's very plush from the forefoot to the heel. Very good to the knees. It's very knee friendly. But as for the forefoot zoom, you won't feel it that much, but it's there. You can feel just a little bit bounce, but it's not as bouncy as a full length zoom strobel like on the KDs. But with this one, there's a little bounce in the forefoot. It's like in the PG5s that there's a nice impact protection in the forefoot, but gives you a good bounce in the forefoot too. So I hope it breaks in more the more that I play with them, and hopefully the bounces in the forefoot will be better as I play with them. As for the pylon carrier of the Zion one, it's pretty soft. It's very plush, so it adds to the impact protection of the sneaker, making the sneaker very good impact protection from the forefoot to the heel. Plus, it's a very responsive sneaker, even though the pylon is thick. It's a very responsive cushion setup. There won't be any delays when you're doing a move. Now moving on to the traction of the Zion one. So you can see my traction. It picked up a lot of dust, but I didn't feel it. I was still gripping on the floor, although I wasn't gripping really hard, but it was stopping. The squeak is not that loud, but there is on certain movements. But what's important is it grips on the floor. But comparing it to the KD14s that I recently used, that one grips really hard, and that grips harder compared to the Zion one. But the Zion one still grips very well. Don't get me wrong with that. So I would say out of 10, it's around 8.5 for the traction. One thing that I love about the Zion ones is what I like about the Y-Not 0.4, which is the heel-to-toe transition, which has a decoupled outsole. So when you're running up and down the floor, it has a very nice flow to it. So if you're someone who likes to run up and down the floor a lot, you will surely like the Zion ones because of the shape. And there's, I think, a plate here, a mini plate that gives a little spring back to the sneaker. You see that? So the heel-to-toe transition on the Zion ones is, I think, one of the highlights of the sneaker. To wrap up my initial review on the Zion ones, overall support, very good. I like it. The forefoot stability is really nice. Impact protection, top notch from the forefoot to the heel, thus giving you enough bounce in the forefoot. So if you're a big player, but you're a very powerful player and a very agile player, you will like this, and it's a very light sneaker. I think this will be around 400 grams, more or less. I'm just guessing it right now, but it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna weigh it when I go to my studio, but so far it feels like that. And for the price of the Zion, which is just 6,500, just a little bit more expensive than the PG5, which is already a budget sneaker. For a first signature sneaker for Zion, I think this is a very good price point. Plus the tech and the performance that you'll be getting out of this, you will surely like the Zion ones. But I'll continue to wear this. I'll let you know if anything changes, if I feel any changes on the Zion ones. Plus what I did with the Zion ones is on the right pair, I just tied it on the last upper loophole, while on the left I put it on the lower ones. I think I like the feeling of the right pair more compared to the left pair, which I passed through just the lower part of the lace loop. You can customize that. You can place the laces on the two loopholes, but I don't think the lace will fit. It will be really short when you put it in the two lace loops. I think you really need to choose one lace hold on the last lace loop of the Zion ones. And as for the traction, very good traction, although it doesn't squeak that much. The traction is decent, and I hope it will improve over time. I'll let you know in the full performance review of the Zion ones. As for sizing, yeah, true to size, regular footer and wide footers, you have a size up. There's enough room above your foot here. So if you have the Y-Not 0.4, it has a very similar fit to it. So it has room on top of your foot. So I think wide footer, you will like the Zion ones. So if you want to cop the Zion ones, I'll put the link in the description down below. So this has been Marches. Once again, thank you for dropping by. I hope I helped you guys out with the Zion ones. Thank you for support. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.